remember that majority of the things that you see are done by amateurs. Okay? So, how many people seen the white girl that burned all her hair off with product? Tell me that wasn't funny. Tell me that wasn't funny. But see, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you just gotta know what you know that it's gonna work for you. And it goes back to product and things like that too. So we're gonna talk about that as well. Now, one of our YouTube myths is people say that hair grows faster when it's dirty. Have y'all ever heard that before? Yeah. Now, I know where's my old school folks at? Where they at? Because y'all heard that before. Yeah, they say, you know, dirt makes your hair grow. I mean, what's that grow? Who would take the time out to shampoo their hair? I mean, that's crazy. But one thing is, you know, your hair goes through different types of phases, like 2 different phases called anagen, catch, and intelligent phase. And your hair has to be shampooed, okay? A lot of times, if your pores are clogged and your scalp is not going to benefit your hair growth at all. Think about it. You know, I don't know where they get that myth from, but it's not true. So don't just not shampoo your hair for like months. You know, then you got people that wear braids and things like that. Locks. You know, I see a lot of you in here, you know, with locks and some with your natural hair, which is good. But the thing about it, you want to make sure that you shampoo your hair. Okay, that is very important. And I know a lot of times they say black people don't have to shampoo their hair that much. I mean, how many times y'all heard that? You know, we don't have to shampoo our hair that much. I mean, we don't have to shampoo it like white people shampoo their hair. They have to shampoo their hair like every day. And I'm gonna tell you why, because our hair and their hair secrete what they call sebum. Okay, it's called sebum. How many styles we got in here today? Oh wow,
Teachers,
wonderful. Stylists?
Teachers.
Oh, teachers. How many teachers?
Behind you.
Oh, alright, that's what's up. Alright, that's great. I'm an instructor as well. I teach I used to teach cosmetology in a high school setting for 10th, 11th, and 12th graders for like 7 years. And oh my God, it drove me crazy. But somebody got to do it. But the thing about it is our scalp secretes a lot of sebum, just like theirs do. Now, I'm not trying to be racial or anything like that, but I want y'all to understand how this thing works. Because hair is hair. It doesn't matter whether you're black, white, Chinese, or Puerto Rican. Hair is hair. And the thing about it is, our hair has a nice curl pattern to it, right? Put this in your head. You got a nice curl that goes like this, right? That's us. Then you got a curl that goes like this. That's them. Now, look at it like this. Which one is going to get to the end faster? This one or this one? Okay? You feel me now? Y'all got it? Okay, so everybody's hair secretes sebum. Alright? But the thing is, white people or people of that, you know, that got that type of hair, that oil is going to get to the end a whole lot faster than it will ours. You see what I'm saying? That's the reason why we have to replace our scalp with grease and conditioners and things like that, because it's not getting there fast enough. Alright, so that's the whole purpose of that. So keep in mind, you have to shampoo your hair because it's very important. Now, we get the oils and all that stuff naturally, and a lot of people say, oh, you don't have to use grease and things like that. You still need to put moisture to that hair. If your hair is dry, you know, go ahead and put a little moisture to it because it needs that. You know, because the scalp is actually lubricated enough, and the hair is lubricated enough, but then, like I said, it takes it a long time to get to the end, so you want to add a little extra. Those things are important. The other thing is, does anybody have any questions in reference to what I just talked about? Alright, yes. Because I want some feedback from you all. Don't be afraid to speak now. I want feedback. Yes.
You go first.
Okay.
I just have a question. You said grease, and we talked about grease versus oil.
That's a good one. Very good. Now, a lot of people, they say, you know, don't use grease. Now, where's my old school ladies at? Raise your hand, somebody. Now, how many times y'all use that hair grease on your hair this, it's Times Square, it's doing this, it's doing that, because they're supporting all these distributors out there that has all the light creams and all that stuff. Trust me, if you wear natural hair, you need to put some grease in that hair. You need some grease in that hair. I'm telling you. Taliah has a product called Strengthener. If y'all have not tried it, get your samples, buy your little small jar. It is the best, okay? Which one? Strengthener. And it is really good. And that's what I use to base my client's scalp with. I use it for my own hair, and it works. Okay? Oils are good. Oils are fine, but keep in mind, oils only coat the hair shaft. That's it. Okay? It feels like it's in there, and you probably poured like a half a bottle in there. You poured like a half a bottle in there. It's in there. Okay? But when you go to sleep at night, and you put that scarf on, when you take it off in the morning, where's all your oil? Thank you. How many of y'all got the bandanas at home and they soak down the oil? I'm trying to tell y'all. You don't need to use all that oil. Oil's only going to coat the hair shaft. Get you some grease. Okay? You can get the old school DAC. It don't matter. You know, but we got something better for you. Okay? We just want you to know we got something better for you. But I want you all to make sure that you understand what it is that you need to do to your hair. All right, our other myth is tight braids make your hair grow and the style lasts longer. How many people believe that? That is not true. That is not true. I want you to keep in mind, it is not necessary. And I know I'm here in New York, and where's my African braiding sisters at? You ain't got now one. Y'all, come on, stop playing now. I know you don't want to raise your hand because you want me to tell on you. But this is what I was going to say. The thing about it is, and I ain't going to put them out there like that because everybody goes to the Africans because they know what to do. They know what to do. And the thing about it, they braid that hair, but a lot of times they're braiding it too tight. They braid it too tight. And the hairline is gone. Yes. You end up with a side head. You bring it back here. Okay? You ain't got no forehead no more. But the thing about it, y'all have to speak up. Let them know. If they not listening to you and hearing you out, then you don't need to be sitting in that chair. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. I'm keeping it real because your precious strands are being stripped away every time they braid that hair. The braid is tight around those edges. And all you have to do is just speak up and say, look, just tell them, don't do my edges. Leave my edges alone. Right, because the thing is, it's going to come out because your edges are very sensitive. Very sensitive. And what they do is they braid that hair, and I don't care. I mean, they can come up in here, come on, I'm ready for you, because I'm going to tell my sisters what's going on. But my thing is, they'll braid the hair up, and it's beautiful, but around the edges, they take this much of your hair and this much commercial hair. That ain't right. That ain't right, y'all. And all of that weight is on your edges, and that's what's causing your hair to be stripped down. Okay? And before you know it, within 2 or 3 weeks' time, you ain't got no edges. You bald. You know? So that's the thing. You got to keep that in mind. Don't be afraid to speak up and say, look, you know, just leave my edges. Don't worry about it. If you can find somebody else to braid your edges, find somebody else to braid your edges. Okay? Because these things are very important. And they're not going to tell you the truth. And there's another thing about it is when that happens, you don't realize that they are actually causing what they call traction alopecia. Has anybody ever heard of that? Yeah. And that's when the actual hair just completely stops growing because they have completely pulled the bulb out of that follicle, and there's nothing else there. And I don't care what you try to do. I don't care how much Dr. Miracle, Taliah Waajid products you use. It don't matter because it's not going to grow back. It's not going to grow back because that bulb is completely stripped away from the follicle. That means there's nothing in there to help that hair to grow. Okay? So, and then what happens, the pores close up and this is what you get. Okay? So therefore, if you sit in those chairs and they pulling your braids out like that and you let them, that's your fault. Okay? So let's keep it real and let's make sure that we let them know what time it is. Because they need to know. And I have some pictures and stuff like that, but I'm sorry, technical difficulties won't allow it. Okay, they say that using the same product over time will lose its ability. Have y'all heard that? Yeah. And they really, to be honest, that's really not true. It's not true. Let me tell you the whole rundown with that. When you use products, and you gotta remember, y'all using different products. How many in here are product junkies? Tell the truth. That's what I like about y'all. That's what I like about you. Y'all tell the truth. Y'all tell the truth. But the thing about it is, you got all these different products in your cabinet. There's nothing wrong with trying out different products, but to be honest, you really need to stick with one line of product. Stick with one line of product. If you're using Dark and Lovely, stay with Dark and Lovely. If you're using Taliah Waajid product, stay with Taliah Waajid. If you're using Miss Jessie, stay with Miss Jessie, okay? Because what's happening is these products are formulated to help each other. That's just like a family. You know, you got the little kids, you got the teenagers, you got mom and dad, everybody's working together, okay, to make a nice, happy family. But if everybody ain't together, the family ain't so happy. Okay, so the thing is, you got to make sure that you use that product line only, because our product is formulated, it's all natural products for one. You got your black earth shampoos, you got your herbal cleansers, you got your crinkles and curls, you have your moisture cleanse and all these things, right? So what you're doing is you're shampooing with this, you're conditioning with that. Now, all of a sudden you want to use Miss Jessie's pudding. Oh my God, I don't like Taliah's stuff. Her curly cream don't work for me. You know, but the thing is, you don't have to use the curly cream. Try something else. Alright? If you're going to stick with that, if you're going to get that line, stick with that line. If it doesn't work for your curl pattern, find out what they have that's going to work for your curl pattern. Alright? Don't just give up on them like that. Y'all can be giving up on us right then. You know, but find out what's going to work for you. Okay? Yes.
So what if you find nothing, I have two questions, but what if you find nothing that doesn't, I tried all the products and everything's good, but I don't like what you do for my curls. I can now go to, I would have to like dump you and go a whole new set of people, and I still have your products in my cabinet.
But we don't want you to go nowhere else, we want you to stay with us.
But you're not doing what I need to do.
It ain't doing what it, right.
So now I do have to jump ship and go to somebody else, but I like your shampoo, I just don't like your curls.
Right, okay, and I thank you for being honest, because that's what happens a lot of times. I want you to be honest, because when y'all come to these shows, we want to hear from you. We want to know what works for you, because what Taliah's doing is she's taking the product and she's actually reformulating the product to work for your texture of hair. And she's trying to make sure that we hit every texture of hair. Just the Lock It Up gel, we started out with just plain Lock It Up gel. Now we got the new approved Lock It Up gel, which is tight curl. You know, it gets that, the Lock It Up, the real tight one, tight hole. So therefore, that's going to work better for those that have that real looser curl, because it's got a little more power to it to make the curl pop even more. So find out, ask questions. You know, do your research. That is important. Do your research. Anybody have questions?
I have a question.
In reference to product, yes.
Oh, well, not yet. In reference to product.
Yes.
I'm learning how to swim, so is there anything special I need to do for the chlorine? I mean, other than the regular shampoo, is there any special thing you need to do for the chlorine?
For chlorine. Oh, that's a good one. Yes, because it's summertime, and I know a lot of us get in the pool and all that stuff in the summertime. And it is important that we use very good moisture-based products on our hair when you get into the pool, because you got to think about it. That chlorine is like bleach. That's bleach really, actually, if you think about it. And think about bleaching your hair out, like bleachy blonde. I'm looking at her hair. She's got like a little white blonde hair. Think about that color all over your hair, done with bleach. That's what the chlorine is doing to your hair. And also, if you have gray or you have some type of color in there, it's going to discolor your color. Okay, it's going to cause that hair to be a lot harsher, and it's just going to be real brittle, things like that. So moisture-based products are good, but the thing about it, you have to use a gel or a cream or something to do your two-strand twist or whatever with, but once you get that water, it's done, because that chlorine is going to just wash it away. So swimming caps is really good. Make sure you
But
put
it still gets wet. I
It's
had
still
one
gonna get
for a
wet.
lot.
Right,
It
right.
still gets wet.
So always use moisture-based products. You're gonna have to continue to do that. We talked about oils, we talked about greases, but you don't wanna have to redo your twist every time. So get your little oil, because it's gonna coat the hair shaft. Put that oil in your hair before you go into the pool, because that's gonna coat the hair shaft and that's gonna keep it from becoming too dry, okay? Don't go into a chlorinated pool with already dry hair. I mean, you just asking for your hair to be murdered, okay?